Welcome to my channel, where stories don't just unfold, they explode off the screen, hitting you right in the chest. Every word here is meant to stir something deep, to keep you locked in from the first second to the last. So let's dive into today's story. Alex Johnson was 38, a quiet powerhouse of a man who built his life from nothing to something real in Portland. 10 years of grit, sacrifice, and faith had earned him success as an entrepreneur. Alongside him stood Sophia, 34, elegant, whip-smart, a marketing executive with a sharp tongue and an even sharper sense of style. Together, they looked picture-perfect. They had 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful home, and what seemed to be an unshakable bond. Their friends would say things like, "If anyone's going to make it, it's them." People called their marriage #goals without a shred of irony. From the outside, they were untouchable. But if you peel back just one layer, the cracks were already there. Quiet, creeping, undeniable. It started about 6 months ago. Sophia became a ghost of herself, emotionally distant, always glued to her phone, smiling at messages she wouldn't share. Nights out became routine. Just work events, she'd say. Just the girls, she'd smile. But that smile started to feel practiced, too polished. Alex tried to trust her. He wanted to trust her. But the gut doesn't lie. The way she would slip out for calls, or how she'd set her phone face down, it ate at him like rust on steel. His friends told him it was just a rough patch. But deep down, Alex knew the truth was uglier. Then came the party, invite that kicked the whole thing into high gear. It was from Mark, Sophia's boss. Mid-40s, smooth-talking, always dressed like he had something to sell. Alex had met him before. He was one of those guys who made your skin crawl without even trying. Overconfident, always touching people when he talked, especially Sophia. And Alex couldn't shake this one thought. What kind of man sleeps with another man's wife and invites him to drinks? The penthouse was everything you'd expect from a man like Mark. Sleek floors, floor-to-ceiling windows that overlooked the glittering city skyline, an endless supply of champagne, smooth jazz humming through hidden speakers. Sophia showed up in a black dress that stopped conversations mid-sentence. And Alex, despite everything, beamed with pride. But beneath the smile, there was ice in his chest. An hour in, Sophia leaned close. "I'm going to find a friend," she whispered. He nodded, keeping his expression calm. But as minutes slipped by, 15, 20, Alex's instinct screamed. He left the noise of the party, quietly wandering the edges of the penthouse, through dim hallways and out to a small private garden. And that's where everything snapped. He heard Mark's voice before he saw him, slurred with champagne, cocky. "She's a magician," he laughed to another man. "Slips out of her husband's arms and into mine like she's done it her whole life. Last weekend at the hotel? Unreal." The other man chuckled, then asked a question that sealed it. "Does her husband suspect anything?" Mark didn't even hesitate. "Not a clue. He's too busy playing husband of the year. Sophia's got him wrapped." Alex didn't move. He just stood there, nailed to the earth, breathing like a man who just got hit by a truck but couldn't scream. But he didn't confront them. Not yet. Because Alex wasn't the kind of man who throws punches and gets dragged out. He was smarter than that. He wanted the truth to bury them, not his fists. That night, he walked back into their home beside Sophia, acting like nothing had happened. But inside, a storm was brewing. Over the next 2 weeks, Alex turned into a different man. He tracked her phone, hacked her email, hired a private investigator who moved like a ghost. And the truth came in waves. Photos, hotel records, messages that burned, audio files with voices too familiar. The lies were layered and endless. It was worse than he imagined, but it also gave him power. A month later, Mark decided to throw another one of his luxurious parties. And this time, Alex was ready. He and Sophia arrived together again, dressed up picture perfect, fake as hell. Halfway through the night, as the guests laughed and clinked glasses, Alex stepped forward. He raised his glass high, smiled gently, and said, "To my wife, Sophia, 10 years of love, 10 years of memories, and 10 months of betrayal." The room stopped breathing. Sophia froze. Mark's smirk melted. Alex didn't shout. He didn't break down. Instead, he clicked a small button in his hand. A screen dropped from the ceiling like judgment. Then the photos hit her in Marca hotels, kissing in lobbies, text glowing on the screen, voice recordings playing her laughter, her lies. The room gasped. Someone dropped their glass. Sophia looked like she'd been hit in the chest. Mark tried to slip away, but no one moved. Alex stood tall, calm, dead serious. "This isn't revenge," he said, eyes locked on them. "This is truth. And now the world knows it." Days later, the consequences came crashing down. Alex filed for divorce. Full custody of the kids was awarded to him. Mark was forced to resign. Sophia lost her job, her image, and whatever mask she had left. But Alex, he didn't just win. He freed himself. Because sometimes the most powerful revenge isn't destruction. It's freedom. It's walking away without carrying their filth on your back. It's knowing you rose higher when they thought they'd drag you down. Alex rebuilt. Stronger, smarter, wiser. And you know what? He never looked back. Thanks for being here, for witnessing this raw journey of betrayal, heartbreak, and quiet strength. Now tell me, what would you have done in Alex's shoes? Drop it in the comments. Smash that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. More real stories coming your way right here on Reddit Stories Unveiled.